going on, Leo Collective? Welcome or welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your new moon solar eclipse reading, okay? Specifically on our fears, all right? So this reading is going to be based around, or at least focused on what fears does the Most High is asking you to identify or acknowledge, work through, and release, okay? So that's what this reading is going to be based around, basically. So we're getting, I have 3 categories going on here on what those fears are for some of you. Obviously, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with all of you, nor is it meant to. So please take what applies, what fits your situation, and just politely leave the rest for someone else who is meant for, okay? So what are some of the fears that some of you are being asked to acknowledge at this time and work through? The next one is about how are these fears challenging you, what challenges is it maybe creating in your life, and at least one way that you can work through and to overcome these fears, okay? So I wanted to first off say happy true new year, okay? To those of you, if you know, you know, today is the real true new year, okay? So happy new year, happy moon day, all right? And just some sage, okay, to continue to clear the space. And I also wanted to say thank you to those of you that have stuck around over the few days, you know, that I had to take to honor the cycles of my body. Thank you so much for those of you that are still here. I appreciate you so much, more than it appears, trust me. I'm just grateful. It's wild to me how people just quickly will be like unsubscribe because, you know, people, you know, have to take care of themselves for a few days. It's baffles me, but so like I said, for those of you that are still here, I appreciate you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this. I do have I did clarify each category with the tarot card, and I have another deck just in case the messages do feel the need to repeat, that they may. Okay, so looking at the bottoms of the decks that I have used, Leo, the first thing I would say is, for those of you, this is not going to apply to all of you, okay? For those of you that have been watching a lot of tarot readings, okay, there is a message here of 2 messages actually. The first one is to set boundaries with maybe how many you're watching, because that can cause confusion as to what you're needing to focus on. It can either create fear or it can create distractions, okay, however that applies. Now, second message I'm getting in regards to that is to be mindful in who you're watching, okay? Make sure that whatever reading you choose, including myself, if it does not sit well with your spirit, with your inner peace, that is probably not your reader, or that is not your reading. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't resonate, don't force the messages. I don't care who it is, okay? Never force the message, because it's not always for you. It's possible that it may not even happen yet. It may not have even played out yet, okay? So just a general, that should be an all the time anyway thing anyway, right? But for those of you that needed the reminder, okay, some of you are being asked to have a boundary with not only how many readings you watch, but the type of readers you watch. If it's always drama and gossip and that bullshit, you probably want to stay away from it. I'm just saying, if you're trying to uplift your life and get encouragement, watching readings surrounding a bunch of drama and, you know, everybody doing black magic and that's their focus, which is fine for them. I even notice for myself, when I'm drawn to certain readings like that, it's like, it's okay at the beginning, and I'm just like, I don't feel like my vibration has definitely lowered, you know what I'm saying, after a few minutes in, let alone if I watch it all the way through. Like, it definitely lowers your vibration. So just put it out there. That's a discernment thing, okay? To be mindful and have boundaries with who you watch and how many readings you watch. Now, some of you, there's somebody, it feels like for some of you, there's some of you that are still dealing with some type of pain. Some of you have gone through a breakup, or in the middle of, like, still in that phase of a breakup, where you're being asked to forgive a situation. And forgiveness, please understand, please hear me clearly when I say that forgiveness is never for the other person. It is only for you, okay? Secondly, about forgiveness does not at all okay anyone's behavior, especially if it's poor behavior. It does not excuse them, and it does not make it okay, nor does it allow them to come back into your experience unless you choose that, okay? That is not what forgiveness is about. Just wanted to make that very clear. However, forgiveness, what it does do though, is it brings in a sense of acceptance for what has taken place. You acknowledge that, and it frees you of that energy, of that pain, of that whatever that might be for you, any type of guilt, resentment, shame, blame, whatever that is, that creates, ultimately over time creates what we call dis-ease. It frees you of that. So that doesn't compile and eventually turn into that, okay? That is what forgiveness is really about. So some of you are really being asked at this time to forgive someone, okay? Now others of you are being let off the hook in some type of way for something that maybe you feel like you've done wrong. It's like the universe is letting you off the hook in some type of way. It's like you're being forgiven for something. Even if it's nothing like that was crazy bad per se, but something that maybe you feel like I could have did better, I could have maybe responded better. You're being given another chance in a sense in that way, okay? So I feel like you're also being asked to be really present at this time, okay? I feel like some of you may be backtracking to what's already happened, to the past, to what's already taken place. And there's an emphasis on needing to really do your best to be here and now as often as possible. That's a mindfulness thing. It is, and anything you've ever gotten good at takes practice, okay? So this isn't something that's going to necessarily happen overnight. It's not meant to, right? But with diligent, consistent effort, wherever you notice it, do your best to bring yourself back to the here, back to the now, okay? I also feel like anything you're working on, you need to keep doing it. If you believe in what you're working towards, what it is you're building, what it is you're putting your time, energy, and effort into, stand 10 toes down on that, okay? And keep working towards it. Anything that's worth having does take time. So even if it feels like things are slowly progressing and not going maybe as fast as you want it to, that's okay. Don't give up on it. But there is an opportunity here to analyze. Is what I'm really doing though, is it for my benefit? Is it really growing? So if that's it, for some of you, this could be a connection that you're in, okay? A community that some of you are in, a friendship circle, whatever that might be. There's an opportunity here to really allow yourself to analyze, am I growing? Am I thriving where I'm at? And if I'm not, I need to set boundaries and, be clear and firm in my boundaries, okay? So let's get into this. So fears, we have financial health, okay? We have community, card number 7. Some of you may be a life path 7, born on the 7th. And we also, interesting, I didn't notice this when these came out. I didn't really look at them that hard either, but still. So we have autumn, full moon, the queen, and we have birdcage, card number 4, Taurus energy. So we have Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Taurus. Those signs may be of significance. They may not be. Even if it's not, doesn't matter. It's okay. Doesn't mean it's not your message. But what I find interesting here is these cards, this is a 3 and this is a 4. So it's giving me forward progression, okay, to keep moving forward, like I was just saying. Forward progression, okay? The 3 and the 4 represents a 7, right? 7, 7, 7. And then what came to me as I was looking at that, okay, at the bottoms of the decks that I'm using, 7 of Pentacles here with the 7 of Wands. I was just speaking on that. So 7, 7, 7, 7. Some of you may be seeing 7, 7, 7. That could be, okay, that could be a significance. All the 7s going on here already, like right off the top. So that could be a number that you guys are seeing. So as it pertains to fears that you guys are experiencing, Leo, some of you have this fear of surrounding money, surrounding finances, surrounding maybe your work in the community for some of you, okay? Some of you, you're wanting freedom in some type of way, but there's a need to believe in yourself. I feel like some of you are maybe still holding on to an experience, a time where you maybe did something or, you didn't live up to a certain expectation you had for yourself, and you're still holding on to that. Some of you are still carrying that with you, and there's a need here to let that go, okay? So meaning if you, like, say, for example, started a business before and the business completely just, flopped and it was unsuccessful, some of you are still holding on to that and carrying that experience with you as if it's going to happen again. And I feel like some of you need to know that that's not true. Okay. Now, Some of you are feeling caged in, maybe when it comes to a community, maybe when it comes to a family dynamic or a friendship circle, like I was saying. And there could be finances involved, okay? And some of you have this fear of freeing yourself, of being able to provide for yourself, taking care of yourself, okay? Some of you, there's this energy of wanting to be free, but afraid of not being able to provide for yourself financially. So clarifying all this energy is the sun, your energy, Leo. So some of you, there's this energy of really stepping into your power. Again, that's where I was getting here with this love card. This is also, yes, it can be talking about, love or relationships, if that's where that applies for some of you. But more so what I'm getting from this is what I was saying about believing in yourself. Okay, some of you Leos, that you need to forgive. You're being asked to forgive yourself for whatever you feel like didn't work before, whatever you feel like you could have done better in a past situation. It's time to really forgive yourself and believe in yourself to do better. You've learned from that. It was an experience. We needed to have it, right? And now there's an opportunity here to shine, to really step into your light, okay? Step into your power like you never have before. Some of you are maybe afraid to do that. You're afraid to really shine. Some of you are needing maybe permission to do this. If me giving you permission is helpful to you, you have all the permission that you need to shine bright, to step out, put yourself out there, shine in your community. If that's where you need to start there, okay? I feel like once you give yourself this permission, the finances will follow. If that's what you're scared of, that I won't get the money I deserve or I won't be able to take care of myself, just know by you taking the first step and believing in yourself, everything else will naturally fall into place as a byproduct, okay? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I hope y'all can hear me this whole time. I meant to plug, shnikety shnikes. I hope y'all can hear me okay. So, well, let me plug it in now that I see that it's not plugged in, and hope that y'all get. So, I hope I was talking loud enough at the beginning. So, anyway, hopefully this is better. So anyway, like I was saying, yeah, so now others of you, some of you have a fear of really stepping into your authenticity because of people around you that might be jealous. I feel like some of you may know people around you, and whether you know about them or not, I feel like this new moon solar eclipse will make it very apparent who these people are. If you guys have kind of like an inkling, like, I don't know, I'm not really sure, I can't really tell, it's going to be made clear. If you have people around you that are in your community that are, kind of like trying to make you feel trapped or trying to keep you stuck, or, this eclipse is going to make that clear, and you're going to be asked to really step into your light here, okay? To really step beyond that and to really believe in yourself, like I was saying, like you never have before, okay? And that for some of you is scary. And I get that. I completely understand that. However, it doesn't mean that you can't do it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. That's like kind of like the feel the fear and do it anyway, okay? And with this microphone here at the bottom, oh yeah. And the Phoenix after that, look at this. You see what I'm saying? The 8 to the 9, all them 7s, and then 8, 9, okay? That's wild. So again, this is about speaking up, being heard, communicating, speaking your truth, okay? Expressing yourself. So some of you, this is like this is your time to shine, Leo, where you're gonna need to make your path known, especially those of you that are on the spiritual path, that are on, in this energy of speaking the truth and, standing your ground, reclaiming your sovereignty, whatever that is. This is the time where you're going to need to really step into that. With this Sag energy here, all this red going on here, all this red and orange going on in these cards, like with all this here, like, come on, Leo. Come on. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it. And I'm not saying that it's going to be necessarily easy. It's a simple concept, yes, but it's not easy, right? But you can definitely do it. You're a Leo, like, okay, you have to do this. You got to do this, right? So then underneath that is the Phoenix, okay? So this is the resurrection. This is the rebirth. Some of you are being literally birthed into a new era, and that can feel scary. That can definitely feel scary. But if it's happening because you're ready. It's happening because it's time. It is time to shine your light and shine it bright, Leo, okay? A new era. Yes, alchemy, transmutation. The end is just the beginning. Yes. So some of you, have been caged in. You've been locked down for far too long, okay? And now it's time to rise. Some of you, whatever intentions you have set, for some of you that set in this past full moon we just had, that is what's resurrecting you into this new beginning, this new era. Some of you have asked for this, and it's happening. And like I said, it's like going to show you, for those of you that have been questioning your magic, questioning your ability to manifest, have been questioning your ability to co-create with the Most High, you're about to see how powerful you really are. I'm just saying. So let's clarify. What's the sun here for Leo? Why is that here, Spirit? Ooh, see what I said? Can I just, hold on. Can we just acknowledge real fast that all three of these cards that are out here, and the two that came out back to back, can we just acknowledge that all these are major arcanas? Can we just acknowledge, Leo, that they're all really great major arcanas? Can we just acknowledge that really fast? Okay. Wow. Some of you are really scared of answering the call. Some of you are scared of stepping into your truth, of stepping into your light, into your power. Some of you may resonate as a starseed, a light warrior, a light worker, a light being, a spirit warrior, whatever it might be. Okay, whatever title you want to give it, it doesn't really matter. But some of you, you know you're being called, and you're scared. Some of you are scared of shining your light and stepping into this light worker energy. Okay, of being a bearer of the light. And like I said, this is your destiny. I don't know what you're scared of. You're called to do this. This is your calling. These are both cards of calling. And we can't even ignore this, because this is your card, Leo. You showed up in your own reading strong. Like, I can't even make it up. I can't, okay? All major arcanas. This is a very huge time for you. And it's happening in the solar. The solar, that's the sun. Leo, that's you. Like, how much more monumental does this need to be? Okay? Y'all are really scared of your own path, but you can't be. I mean, okay, you can be. Fair enough, that's the human side of you, but understand, that's the human nature. That's not who you are, though, as a soul. That's not who you are at the core. Okay? So, Leo, some of you, you're needing to shine. You're needing to step in. I feel like the phone keeps ringing. Spirit keeps calling, and you need to answer, Leo. Some of y'all, that's all this is. You're scared of your own path. You're scared of your own destiny. Some of you are scared of being in the spotlight by answering the call. You're scared of maybe how successful you might end up being off of this. Some of y'all are scared. That's, for some of you, exactly what this is. You're scared of all the success that could come from you actually serving your community. But why? That's the question. Why? I would ask yourself that, Leo. Okay? Find out why. Why am I so afraid of my own path, of my own, what I'm destined to do? Why am I scared of my calling? What is trying to keep me stuck and caged and trapped? And for some of you, it's people around you, okay, that are jealous, right? That don't have the gifts that you have, that are projecting onto you to make you scared. You have to know that as well, that could be for some of you. I'm not saying that's what it is, but if that feels like that resonates, that you have people around you that you know may be jealous of you, that may be jealous of your gifts, of what you're being called to do, of your calling, because a lot of people can see your calling before you see it. They can see what you have the potential being before you can see it for yourself. So it feels like, Leo, some of you have people around you that want to keep you stuck, trapped, that want to make things so comfortable for you, that want to keep you codependent on them so you don't feel the need to get out of this cage, that you won't need to see how big and better it could be outside of it. Okay? Be mindful of that. All right? It's like some of you, it's like people are watching. They're watching. Okay? They want to possess you. They want to control you. They want to control maybe how bright you shine. And this is an opportunity for you, Leo, to really simply tell them, put your mother-loving sunglasses on. That's it. You're going to have to just tell them, just like that. Put your mother-loving sunglasses on. I'm trying to watch my mouth right now because I want to just go off. But yeah, that's all right, Leo. Got me fired up. Got me fired up. Let's go. Because we don't do that negative energy. Not around here. No. Nope. Our spirits is elevated over here. So let's keep going. All right. So challenges that this create. Look at. See what I'm saying? Protection. Some of you need to know that you're protected, okay? Fulfillment. So what you want, Leo, you need to know is protected. Meaning the things that make you happy, the wishes and blessings that you've asked for, that you know are yours by divine right, you need to know that the universe is holding them for you. Can't nobody touch them, can't nobody take them. Okay? I feel like some of you need to know that. You need to remember that even if it feels like it's taken a long time and you're feeling maybe strapped for time as it comes to your blessings, what's meant for you will not pass you, and can't nobody stop it. Okay? I feel like some of you needed that reminder. The universe is protecting your blessings. Some of you, that could be what's creating this challenge here, that some of you, are worried or concerned that what you want, like if it's not here at a certain time, that it's going to pass you. And I feel like you need to know that your blessings are protected. Can't nobody take them from you. Okay? So before I get into the tarot, so the cards that came out for that, see what I'm saying? Okay. I love this. Thank you, Spirit. The 5 and the 6. 5, 6. We already had the 4 7s. Okay. So we have 5, 6, all the 7s, 8, 9. You need to know to keep moving forward. Okay, Leo? That's coming through so strongly right now. To keep moving forward. In this card, another 5. 5 of Cups is in reverse here. Okay, I'll get into that in a second. But your patience is needed right now. Okay? It may feel like things are out of control, but you have to know that you are actually abundant. Okay? Whatever it feels like like you can't have, or that is inaccessible to you, or that is taking too long, whatever that is, it's a made up story. It's something your mind is making up. It's something your ego is making up, or something that is being projected onto you to make you believe it's true. It's not. Okay, so when you start getting, Leo, when you start getting these weird thoughts or ideas that don't make sense, where it's like, where did that come from? I was in a good mood, right? That's a projected thought. Okay, and that's when you kick it out. What I've done that used to work really well when I would do it is I would imagine when negative thoughts try to come in, I would envision myself holding one of those zap rackets, right? They use zap flies with, and I would just go, and it'll zap it. It will zap that negative thought and go, and just look at it like that, where before it enters my mind, I have this imaginary zapper thing that zaps the negative thoughts before they enter my head, right? So try it. It might work for you, because it did for me when I was doing it. And this was years before I even really, truly got on my spiritual journey, but before I knew that that's exactly what was happening, I was using that. So just saying. But yeah. Understand too that whatever feels like it's kind of out of control, or things are just kind of like there's a lot of intricacies that's going into this, just know that it's helping your whatever you're gaining in the future. It's going to carry over into that. Okay? It's important that you stay grounded at this time as well. Okay? Being grounded is going to be very important. Whatever you're able to do to boost your energy, meaning getting your diet on track, if it's not, staying hydrated, and I don't mean just by water, because water is really not as hydrating as we think. I mean fruits and vegetables that are actually hydrating, that actually have a high amount of water on top of the nutrients. So seeded fruits, okay? Make sure they have seeds. I know that we've been conditioned to the convenience of not having to take the seeds out. However, those fruits do not have the nutrients that we need because the seed is missing. That's a whole nother video in itself. But no, seriously, nourish your body at this time. Okay, it's important for you to stay grounded. Your root chakra, that's your money chakra. Okay, that's your chakra of stability and finances and safety and security. That could also be something that you might benefit in working on. Okay, whether that's listening to meditations, whether that's drinking, eating red things, wearing red clothes, all that stuff. It supports your root chakra. Okay, so now we have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is about coming out of this energy of regret. Some of you are holding on to or have been holding on to feelings of regret that you need to let go of. Okay. These are things that didn't work out, things that you feel like you've lost. Nothing is a loss if you learn something from it. I'm a strong believer in that. Nothing is a loss if it taught you anything. Okay. If you learned something from it, if it taught you, like a lot of times when you experience things that you don't want, it's only to make it more clear what you do want. That's a blessing to have that knowingness, to acknowledge that. Okay. So this is an energy here of whatever is challenging you. There's an opportunity here to essentially focus more on what you still have versus what is gone. Okay. You can't do anything about what is left. What is, whatever milk has been spilled. It's like you can't stop. You can't do nothing. You can't put it back in your bowl once you spill the milk all over the counter, right? But you can clean it up and you can get more milk, or you can, eat something else, right? So there's the emphasis here on releasing any things that past regrets, things that didn't work. I wish I would have did this sooner. I wish I would have known this sooner, or anything, all that. It's, you cannot focus on that, because I swear it will not benefit you at all. It won't. And the older we get, like, the worse that feels if you do that. So I'm just telling you from experience, okay? Don't do it to yourself. Okay? Whatever regrets or losses that you feel like you've taken, any L's, look at them as lessons. That's a perspective shift. And that's what you're being asked to do here. That's going to support you in navigating, letting these fears go, and really stepping into your light, answering your call, answering your calling. Okay? Is releasing any regrets, things that you feel like you've lost, things that didn't work before. If it taught you something, they serve their purpose. It's that simple. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Why is this Five of Cups? Why is that in reverse for Leos? Like I said, moving on. Okay, this is about coming out of conflict, leaving the conflict in the past, leaving it where it's at. Okay, this is about, some of you, this is literally about moving. Some of you may be guided to leave a neighborhood, to move out of a community, move out of a home, a family, whatever that is, okay? And start over on your own. Taking maybe, what if it's like, well, I only have, I can't take everything, I can't move all this, that's fine. Get rid of it then. Take what you can and leave. Start over. Some of you are being asked to give yourself that. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that that's easy, because it's not. But some of you, that's where you'll find your that's where you really might feel that you believe in yourself the most, is by taking a risk you never thought you would take. And for some of you, that's what you're being asked to do here. And again, look, see what I'm saying? A 5 and a 6, 5, 6. Again, forward progression, moving forward. Okay. 5, 6, 5, 6. Some of you may be seeing 56, 56. Some of you may be 56. If you're 56 years old and you're watching this, this is for you. I don't care how old you are. If you're being guided to move and to leave and to start over and take what you can and leave, do that. Oh my gosh. I don't care. Some of you, and that's the thing, what I've learned to realize is that everything happens exactly when and how it's supposed to. So if it was meant for you to be anywhere else on your journey any sooner, you would have been. But if you're not, it's because it wasn't that time yet. It wasn't. So you have to know that. And when you accept that, it is so liberating. It is so freeing. Especially for me, I don't consider myself old, but I feel like, looking at people that are younger than me and thinking like, damn, like where would I be if I was like even at my son's age? My son is 17 and I'd be pouring so much into him. And I have been over the years, ever since I started this journey. And I'm just like, man, if he only understood what I'm giving him on a regular, like if I had that back then, could only imagine where I would be now, like, and I had to let that go. I had to let it go. I had to let it go, because I'm like, damn, like where would I be, Don't do it to yourself, because you sit here like me. Don't do it. Don't do it. If it was meant to happen any sooner, any differently, it would have, period. And you just have to know that looking hindsight for a lot of it, I wasn't ready back then. That's why it didn't happen sooner. I wasn't ready. There are other things I still had to experience first. There are other experiences I still had to have. Other things I still had to let go of. Other growing I still had to do. Other maturing I still had to do before then. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel bad about where you are. Just heed the call. Some of you Leos, you're being called. Your path, your destiny is calling you. Okay? So if your destiny is pulling you to leave regrets behind and move on and leave something behind, maybe move completely, do that. Okay? But others of you, like I was saying, some of you, it's like the universe is giving you what you need. Some of you, that's part of why you're scared of leaving a community, because you don't think you have what you need, but Spirit is giving you the needed resources here. It's like, so if you, by you just deciding, if you decide and tell the universe, you know what, I hear you, I know you're nudging me to move, okay, I'll pack my stuff and I'll trust that, you know, whatever I need will come. You doing that, you setting that in motion in that way, you never know how it's going to show up. That the money you needed just somehow comes into your account in the most crazy kind of way. That stuff happens all the time. It really does. It's like Spirit is going to give you the needed resources. This is also about a rite of passage. So some of you, it's like you're being, what I was saying earlier about you guys being forgiven, like you're being let off the hook in some type of way. That is also what this card is about. So that's showing up here twice. Okay. So it's like, and it makes sense. Why though? Because it's part of your journey. It's part of your path. You're like, this is part of what is supposed to happen. It's time. This is following your North Node. And I feel like some of you Leos have been already doing that. And that's why now it's time to free yourself. Now it's time to really let that bird out the cage and let her sing. Okay? It doesn't matter who doesn't want to hear it. As my distance mentor says, F them people. Okay? You sing anyway. Do it anyway. Shine your light anyway. It doesn't matter. Express yourself. And that's already here at the bottom. Okay? With this new era. It's like, it's a new time. You're singing a new song. Okay? And yes, I'm dramatic because it matters. Okay, Leo, I need you to know this. So, all right. Now, what is at least one way that the Leos can overcome and navigate these fears? So, first card out we have is Imagine. Okay. No place like home. Card 20, card 50. You may be 20, 50 years old. And we have 7, another 7. Okay. Another 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 5, 6, and another 7. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So the 7 there with the 3, 4, that's a 7. Excuse me. That's 7 with the 7 and the 7. That's like 5 7s. Okay. So like I said, Leo, and if you know anything about numerology, 7 is the spiritual path. I'm a life path 7. Okay. So like I have to know a little something about the 7s. That is my life path number 7. Okay. So some of you, this is definitely about your spiritual journey. All right. So one way is your thoughts. This is imagining. Imagine what would it be like if I stepped into my calling? What is the best thing that could happen? What is the best way that this could turn out? So this is about visualizing, using your imagination to visualize how you want things to go, not how they are. Circumstances don't mean anything. Okay. It's all about how you define them. Choosing to focus on more so coming out of that energy of focusing on what you still have, what remains versus what is lost versus what is gone. Okay. That's the same thing here. Using your powers, your visualization abilities to imagine the life that you want. Okay. So if you focus, what you focus on amplifies. So if you focus on all the things that bad have happened or that you regret or that you wish you would have done better, you're only going to find and see and observe more reasons to feel like that. Contrary though, if you flip side of that is if you use your powers of visualization and imagination to focus on the best case scenario, the best thing that could possibly happen, right? What you want to see, that is what you're going to start experiencing. Okay. So this is one way you can navigate this energy. Then we have no place like home. So what that is this is about visualizing where you want to go. If I was given an opportunity to go anywhere in the world, where would I want to go? And then allow yourself to just spend like, what would a day living somewhere out of the country or somewhere else, what would that look like? And this is about feeling home no matter where you are. No place like home. That's being, even if nobody was around, even if I feel so out of sorts, that this is home. So wherever my vessel is, wherever my body is, I can allow myself to feel at home there. You see what I'm saying? So that's one way that you can navigate these fears, Leo, is that using your power of imagination to feel at home no matter where you are. So it doesn't, no matter where you go, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter where you're being guided to go. It doesn't matter where your journey, your calling, your purpose is taking you. You can find and allow yourself to plant roots anywhere. Anywhere you find your vessel, you can choose to feel at home there. If you choose to. It's always your choice. Okay. So we have convertible, just options, free will, meaning the choice is always yours. Okay. But you do have many options. There's many possibilities here. Choices, flexible, adaptable, potential change, freedom. Okay. Freedom is right here. So it's like you guys have the ability to free yourself. So for those of you that are feeling stuck or trapped in a situation or trapped in a community where you feel caged in, this is Spirit telling you to use your powers of visualization to untrap yourself. That's how you do it. That's literally how you manifest. One way, at least, is by visualizing, if I was free, what would I be doing? What would a day of freedom look like for me? If so-called, if that's what we're going to call it, right? What would that look like? What would I do? How would I spend my time? Where would I go? Who would I interact with? What would the conversations we have? And allow yourself to feel that, right? So this is Spirit saying, be flexible. You never know how things can play out. Don't close yourself off to the opportunities that can come to you, okay? Like the potential is endless here, all right? So clarifying this energy, we have the 10 of Cups in reverse, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So what I feel like what this is saying here is how you can free yourself, okay, is wherever you don't find yourself happy, get grounded. Okay, stay grounded. But this is about using your resources to free yourself from any situation that you don't find yourself happy in. Okay, staying grounded no matter what. But this is also about whatever this 10 of Cups represents for you, it's time to leave it behind. It's time to let it go. If this is family, if this is a community, because that community is coming up again. That's also what the 10 of Cups represents, family, community, a dynamic, a household, whatever that is, okay, that you know you're not happy in, it's time to let it go. It's time to start saving your money, getting your resources together, and preparing yourself to do something different, to make a move, essentially, okay? Like I said, it feels very physical. This feels like a physical move that some of you are really being guided to plan for at this time, to really, and that's how you start doing it, is by visualizing what would that look like, what would that feel like, all that stuff. And then next thing you know, you're being guided to research this, guided to research that. Next thing you know, you're being guided to call this person, send that email, apply to this thing, get that loan, whatever it might be. And that's how these things essentially unfold for you. Okay. That's one way, right? One of many. So let's clarify. This is why is that in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles here for a way that Leo can overcome their fears? Clarify that energy, please, for Leo. Ace of Swords. This is the truth, okay? This is speaking your truth, being honest with yourself. This could be coming in the form of an idea, an aha moment. That's just what I was talking about. Is that when you put yourself in the position, when you ask for the Spirit for something, this is positioning yourself to get clarity. This is being open to the potentials, the way they could come. So this could be coming in the form of communication. This could be coming in the form of an idea that you get that may seem random, but it's right on target with what you're asking for, what's trying to help you, right in alignment with that. This is being open to that, okay? This is being honest with yourself. This is speaking your truth, communicating to the universe clearly that this is what I need, this is what I would like, or this is how I need you to support me, to help me at this time. This is clear communication, okay? Being honest with yourself, but also this is about cutting out things, people, situations, thoughts, ideas, beliefs, whatever it might be, that does not serve you, that is not in alignment with what you're needing, with what you're asking for, okay? This is being willing to be honest with yourself and standing strong, okay, by letting those things go. They've served their purpose. And now it's time to, cut those things away, whatever that might be, okay? For some of you, it's definitely a connection with the Two of Cups here at the bottom. For some of you, it's definitely a person, and it may hurt. For some of you, that could be what the sphere is. Some of you, this has to do with walking away, breaking up with someone, okay? Walking away from a connection that, it may hurt. It may hurt to do it, but it's necessary. For some of you, this is a marriage. For some of you, this is a soul contract. You've learned everything you're supposed to learn from that. Some of you, it's like I was saying earlier, not all soulmates are meant to be forever. They're not meant to be in our lives forever, no matter who it is, no matter what title they hold in their life. They're not always meant to stay there forever. Some people and connections are only meant to teach us things. You have to be a student before you can be a teacher. So some of you, you've already graduated. You fulfilled that soul contract, and that's why it's time for you to move on. They were only in your life to enlighten you, to take maybe your spiritual awakening to the next level. They did that. That's why the contract has been fulfilled. Now it's time to move forward. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're going to wrap with a card of advice from your benevolent ancestors. Your benevolent ancestors are those ancestors that want to see you do well, that want to see you do good, that want to support you in closing and completing generational cycles. Okay, not all ancestors are here for that, so that's why we call them the benevolent ancestors. Okay? The ones that want to help us and see us thrive and support us from the other side. All right, so advice for Leos from their benevolent ancestors, please. Whoa. Anything else? Okay. Transformations here at the bottom. Who else got transformation that actually came out? Gemini. If you have Gemini in your chart, you may be dealing with one. You might want to check out that reading. So we have retreat and moving forward. So this is about resting, okay? About going within, taking some time to rest, relax, and then moving forward. This is about setting your sights high, okay? This is about getting clear about what you want and moving towards that, making sure that the thoughts that you're thinking are in alignment with what you want going forward. It's about getting clarity surrounding what that is. That's what the air represents here in this card here, air, okay? This is exactly what I was talking about with the imagine here. So it's coming up again. So your ancestors are telling you, Leo, to get clear about what it is that you want. If you need to take time, taking the time that you need, meaning retreating, taking a step back from the world, okay, going into what us Virgos calls hermit mode, right? Going into hermit mode and taking a break, taking some time to relax, to go within and get clear about what you want going forward, what you need, how you need support, and asking for that support, okay? Getting clarity about what I want my life to look like going forward. Even if it's only, what do I want things to look like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, whatever, right? But taking the time to even, let yourself think about that, okay? Taking that break to go within yourself, to close off from the world for a little while and get clear, get clarity surrounding, what I want things to look like. So that way, when you come out of this hermit mode, this retreat mode, you then know what steps to take. And you're not only that, during this period, you're able to receive the guidance on what the next step is, right? So this is about getting your thoughts in alignment with what I want things to look like. This is about going within, getting quiet, right? And then getting your thoughts in alignment towards what I want my life to look like going forward. So that way, when you get your thoughts are in alignment, then you know what steps to take to back those thoughts, right? So that is part of what being a magician is about. It's about using all the 4 elements, 5 elements actually, because the 5th element is the spirit. So it's about getting your thoughts in alignment, taking action on your thoughts, backing your thoughts and actions with emotion, right? Thinking about how it would feel to have these things and using the pentacle, which is your tangible resources, right? Which we was talking about here at the Queen of Pentacles. It's about having your tangible resources, using whatever you have to support all those things, okay? And how they work together essentially to create the reality that you want, okay? So if you would like to pause the video at this time, you can, but I'm going to pull a time frame card. So whatever you may be wanting, for those of you wanting a time frame card, something you would like a time frame about, you can take this time now to think about what that is. And I'm going to pull a time frame card for you guys, okay? Remember, tarot is not guaranteed, okay? This is just something, a tool to work with. Meaning, if you like what comes out, if you want that, then it's something to basically look forward to and use to support what you want, okay? So for Leo, time frame for Leo, please. So I had 2 that came out. So before the next full moon, okay, that's 1. And the second one is before the next new moon. So this is basically a whole cycle, okay? We just had a full moon and we're about to come into the next new moon. So it's not that long. It won't be that long before the next cycle comes. So it feels like for some of you Leos, if this is something, look, and within the next 2 weeks is at the bottom. So like I said, that still sounds, pretty close to this next full moon phase here, okay? So it feels like this is going to happen sooner than you think. So that's why I feel like it's important. Your ancestors are telling you, Leo, to retreat. Take this time to fall back. Take this time to get clear about what you want, because it feels like things are gonna start unfolding really fast. This time is gonna be here before you know it. This offer, whatever this is, it's gonna come before you know it. Okay, and maybe the call that you're getting, right? Some of you may be literally getting a call, being invited to go somewhere, to move somewhere. It's gonna may require you to move, and that may require you to move and leave some things behind, and it may feel like a loss, but it's really not. It's really for your benefit. For some of you, it may be actually what you've been asking for, to free you, right? But it's like, holy shit, like, I didn't really think it would happen. I didn't think it was happen this fast, right? So this is you're being told to get ready, Leo. Get ready, because it's coming. You're being called, okay? So that's what I have for you, Leo. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, liking, sharing, following, all that good stuff. And until next time, you guys, howdy.